All right, this is just a mouth handling plan. The way this one works is you're gonna take your hand, make a C, turn it upside down, and then you're gonna put that hand right over the top of their muzzle. Now, in the end, this can be a cued behavior, sort of like this, station, where the dog then puts their hand into their muzzle into your hand, station, yes. But for all intents and purposes right now, this is how we're gonna do it. We're just gonna place hand on muzzle, feed dog, so that their nose has to come up into our hand. Hand on muzzle, feed dog. If you have a particularly bitey dog and they're going, oh my gosh, hand to your face, I'm going to be chompy, you can have food off to the side in a bowl for them to stare at if you want. So hand on muzzle, feed dog. And I'm not going to do each step. You want to do these steps until your dog looks comfortable with it. If they look uncomfortable, you need to back up and do an easier version. You're only going to see me do each step a few times because this particular dog has worked through this plan before. Now I'm going to repeat, but I'm going to feed 2 to 3 treats in a row to get the dog to hold their muzzle there. So here's how this one looks. Without dropping the treat. Trying to move her head up so you guys can see. So now I have a dog who's starting to leave her head in my hand a little bit, and I'm going to repeat this until I get 5 solid seconds of muzzle handling. So this dog can do this, but for example, this would be, muzzle handling 1/1000, feed dog. Do that 5 to 10 times. 1/1000, 2/1000, feed dog. Head up please so they can see you. 1/1000, 2/1000, 3/1000, feed dog. Let me just angle this a little bit and maybe I'll solve that problem. 1/1000, 2/1000, 3/1000, 4/1000, 5. So I cheated there, but there's my 5 seconds of duration. That's what you're looking for, is about 5 seconds where you can just hang out. Now your dog can be, my dog moves like this. She's kind of like, hey, I'm still here. I don't care about that so much. All right, now I'm going to flip a lip up and then feed a treat from the other hand, and then repeat with the other side. So this is a lip flip, so you're gonna have your hand like this. You're gonna curl up one side of your hand to flip their lip. So hand on muzzle, flip lip. You can even feed while their lip is flipped, which is pretty cool. I don't think I would do that if I were a human and someone were asking me to eat this way. Now I can do it with the other side with my thumb, lip flip, feed dog. It is very common for dogs to be uncomfortable with this particular step, so if you need to, you can do splits, like, grasp their muzzle a little bit firmer, and then feed, grasp muzzle, just barely move lip, and then feed. So there's little steps you can do if your dog's really uncomfortable with this, because some dogs are. All right. Now I'm going to flip up her lip, wait 2 to 3 seconds, and then feed. So I'm going to count out loud for your benefit. I don't usually count out loud when I'm doing this with my dog. 1, 2, 3, and feed. And there I fed after the lip flip. You can also do it during, like this. 1, 2, 3. She's still chewing. Sorry, Lana. You might want to wait till your dog's done chewing. Excellent, girl. I did so good. Good job. All right, now, excuse me, do not steal your treats. Lana, go to your bed. Thank you. Down. Thank you. All right, so now, I actually was just doing this. The next step is technically to lift both lips at once. I was already doing that. Oops. So we will move on to the next step. Next one is to grab their muzzle, retract the lips at the corners of their mouth, and then feed treats. So corners meaning all the way back here. So I'm going to grab Muzzle, retract like this, and then feed my dog. Feed. And I often need two hands to do this step. I think you can do it one-handed. I'm just not quite sure. It's awkward for me. So what I tend to do is put hands like this and retract, at least in the training phase. I know when you're actually doing teeth brushing, you can't do that because you need one hand to hold the brush, but good job. And then I would repeat that on the other side, making sure my dog is comfortable. One really good way to assess whether or not your dog is comfortable is if they are still hanging out in the game. Lanna has not moved. So it bothers me that you guys can't see my face. So I'm going to try to move this back a little ways. There we go. Okay, that's a little better. All right. Repeat step 8 several times, touching teeth and gums in all parts of the mouth. Okay, so this one's actually kind of important because a lot of dogs are very weird about this. Now I'm going to be using two hands, so the food has to be somewhere else. It can be in a bowl next to you. It can be a treat pouch behind you, doesn't matter. I'm going to lift her lip up, touch a tooth, and then feed my dog. And you will see some lip licking here because they're kind of like, weird, what are you doing to my face? In this case, I don't always think of it as a stress, but you do want to watch out for it if it is constant. Touch a little gum line and then feed, and you would want to repeat this for every tooth. There you go, good girl. Suppose I can't put my head in the way, huh? Yeah, good job. If you have a dog, again, if you have a dog that's particularly bitey and they're trying to bite at your hands, you can retract if they're trying to be bitey, because ultimately that's going to mean they don't get their food reward, right? And you can also have that food placed somewhere where hopefully they can stare at it. If your dog is not able to do this, if they're like what she was just doing a second ago where they go, cool, food on the ground, I'm going to go eat that. That's actually a whole different training plan, is getting the dog to not go for food in a pile or in a bowl on the ground. So if you need help with that, let us know. All right, so that is the basic mouth handling plan. Do make sure when you're doing this, touch the bottom gum lines and bottom teeth as well. Good job, Coonhound. Yeah, I see you trying to steal that food.